has just been announced that Elon Musk's Neuralink brain chip has been approved by the FDA to begin human trials. Any volunteers? Although it's not yet been revealed what new capabilities the first patients will be given. Isn't that a surreal sentence to say? Musk has said that they first intend on aiming to cure conditions like obesity, autism, depression, schizophrenia, and even allow paralyzed individuals to walk again. And then if that's successful, move on to being able to directly connect you to the devices that we use all day and control them telepathically. And this one might be a bit further out, but he even said that it would be possible to one day communicate with one another instantly without saying a word. But if this all actually turns out successful, we're gonna have to start seriously talking about some issues. Like, would it be discrimination if a company only wanted to hire someone with a Neuralink brain chip? Would advertisers be able to collect data? Would we be creating a hyper-efficient offshoot of humans that would have an unfair advantage? Do we ban them in schools? Would there even need to be schools if you had access to all information instantly? And that's just the start of it. So the question is, does today mark the start of something amazing for humanity? Or is it the beginning of the end?
All right, this is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, and I'm going to read verse 3. And it says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry." All right, I want to give all honor, all glory, all praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders of the nation of Israel. Shalom to you brothers out there that are laboring, enduring the elements, making your body a living sacrifice while trying to seal the elect, and making your calling and election sure, seeking out your own salvation. And to you sisters out there that are learning, listening, applying, being obedient to your husbands, shalom, shalom. Brother Zachariah come back to you with another one. And don't actually have a title for this one, but I might just call it FDA approves Neuralink human trials or something to that extent. You know, they give the, FDA gave the green light or something like that. All right. So let me go ahead and actually want to go online real quick and pull up an article because we are in the time, man, where this devil, man, is really like, it's really showing himself, man. And these are the things, the things that we have been talking about, men of the Lord have been talking about for decades, exposing this man. Okay, and this is CNBC. All right, so this is a very new article, man. This just came out, and it says Elon Musk brain implant company Neuralink announces FDA approval of in-human clinical study. They're gonna start them trials on people, man. Which I believe they already been doing it, but they probably been doing it behind closed doors. But now they got the stamp on it. All right. Neuralink, the neurotech startup co-founded by Elon Musk, announced Thursday it has received approval from the Food and Drug Administration to conduct its first inhuman clinical study. The implant aims to help patients with severe paralysis regain their ability to communicate by controlling external technologies using neural signals. The extent of the approval trial is not known. Neuralink said in a tweet that patient recruitment for its clinical trial is not open yet. All right. So they're saying things like being able to, people like are paralyzed and stuff like that. They could put these brain chips and stuff in you and they'll be able to do things, like make the lame to walk and all that, the blind to see and stuff. These are like false miracles, and they're doing it through their technology and their devices, man. I got a scripture for that, but I'm gonna bring that out here a little later. I want to go ahead and go into this one scripture here, and this is one that's brought out a lot, and it kind of talks about it now. Here in this first verse, this is Revelation chapter 13. And I'm going to start at verse 15. It says, "And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Okay? And it says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, which that forehead is your mind, your brain, okay? And that no man might buy or sell, say he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. It is the number, and his number is 666. 666. All right, that's the number of this beast. All right. Now we understand Esau puts things in movies, TV shows. Well, I got put onto this show called it's called The 100. All right, and a lot of things were telling in this. Like you can tell, like whoever wrote this show tapped into the scriptures on it. Now, there was a lot. I watched all the seasons, too. It was several seasons, man. It's a lot of them. But I got to watching it. I got hooked to watching it. But then I noticed, like, some things they were pushing the LGBTQ stuff in it. It had men kissing each other, women kissing each other, all that weird stuff, man. But, they had to put all that in there. But I watched it because it was telling. It started how, like, there was a war down on Earth, and missiles began to get launched, but they were saying this artificial intelligence was the one that set them off, So it went all over and destroyed everything. But come to find out, they people were living up in space, in these space stations, up in space, and they were up there. And they didn't think that the Earth was inhabitable, but they were running out of resources up there because they spent a lot of time up there. So what they were going to do was they were going to take some of these kids. Most of them were like delinquents, they were into a lot of trouble and stuff. So they were going to test it by using them, send them down. And if they didn't make it, then oh well, you know what I'm saying? Because they were already running out of resources. But they found out that not only they could breathe and live, but there were people that survived and were down there. But they had, it goes into like underground bunkers, people, famines, so people were getting into cannibalism and all that. But this is where I'm getting to. It was one season where they ended up running into this one facility where these people were living. So they were like living underground and stuff, and they had technology and stuff. They had a lot of resources and everything, but they ended up putting brain chips in people. And when you look at the chips on it, it had a certain logo on it, and it looked just like the one on Meta. If you know Meta's part of Facebook. So when I seen that, I was like, okay, brain chip, on this show has this little logo on it. And that's why I always kept the picture, because I like to share that to show people, like, they put little stuff in these TV shows and these movies to show you, man. Like, this devil, man, it ain't slick, man. He think he is, but, the man of the Lord got eyes to see, ears to hear. So we're watching, and we don't watch these shows for entertainment. You see stuff through the spirit, because this man tells through his movies and TV shows and all that. But yeah, the logo on it, man, it would look just like the one on Meta. And Meta is coming into a lot of technology too, where they're like, like this virtual reality, the metaverse and all that stuff. All these guys, man, they're all in cahoots and they're all working together. So all this that he's doing, Elon Musk with his Neuralink, all that stuff is tapped in with Meta, man. They're all together, man. So best believe that, man. And so when I seen that, I was just connecting the dots. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring out another scripture. I don't want to always do a lot of talking. I always want to bring out some scriptures along with this too. All right. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 64 and verse 8. And it says, so they shall make their own tongue fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. So they're starting to tell on themselves. All right. That through these movies, the whole thing with these trials, putting these brain chips and stuff in you. All right. Now the elect are not ignorant of Satan's devices. All right. That's 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. We know, we're not ignorant to his devices. We know that this devil, man, is planning to try to. He ultimately wants to get the Israelites. You know, he wants us, because when you really think about it, you go back to Esau and Jacob. Esau was he was about ready to die. He was ready to faint. You know what I'm saying? Well, I think he was just being a drama queen, man. But you know, I'm like, man, come on, you wasn't gonna die, man. But this man is always in a hurry, a rush. He just had to eat and stuff. He sold his birthright to Jacob for some pot of stew, man. And the meat in it was not even cooked yet. It was still red, you know. And that's where he gets his name Edom from. You know, it went from Esau to Edom, which Edom means red. You know, red Edomites, red people. Okay, and they like to eat their meat like that too, bloody and stuff. So you know, all that's through the spirit. But and also, you know, him rushing the food, that also makes you think about fast food. You know, fast food restaurants. That's why you have a lot of these fast food restaurants. He can't wait. Like me, I'm a cooker. I like cooking. You know, if it takes time, it takes time. But you know, you got a nice little meal together instead of some fast food. Which, you know, a lot of that stuff in fast food ain't real meat. It's not ground beef like they say it is. So you go get a hamburger, you don't know what you're getting. And now that we in this truth, I'm telling you, ever since I woke up to this truth, I ain't even ate fast food, man. I stay away from it. I try to do more cooking, if anything. All right. But yeah, we're not ignorant to his devices, man. You know, 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. But you have certain Israelite men who refuse to acknowledge what the MOTB is. You know what I'm saying? You have men that refuse to believe in it, and they'll pervert the scriptures and everything, and say it's talking about this and that, and not say what it is. Like, man, you could go down the street, man. I talk to your average, just your average person, even an Edomite. You just be like, you mention the mark, and the first thing they're gonna come out and start talking about a microchip. I'm like, man, that's crazy. Like, you know, but you know, a lot of these Israelites, you know, and even talking about these leaders, man, you know, they refuse to acknowledge it. All right.
Was it Tesco to Africa, India, and they want to bring that here. So back in Revelation 13 and 17, because the question, how could they try to force the saints to sin through finances? Those that are weak and give up. Read verse 17 again.
And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark.
You had to be involved in their sin. If they see brothers teaching on the street, find them. Go into their bank account, take money out. Boop, boop, boop. That's what they do. Now you have no food. They try to bend us to make us do what they want. That's what the Bible's prophesying.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 23 and verse 21. It says, I have not sent these prophets, yet they ran. I have not spoken to them, yet they prophesied. Okay, and that's basically what you're seeing. You know, these guys are saying that the MOTB or the mark is talking about sin. You know, if that's the case, then we all got the mark. You know, we all got the mark then, because nobody is blameless. You know, we all have sin, man. You know, especially being in this captivity. You know, we try to keep the law to the best of our abilities. But if a man tell you he ain't sinning and he's perfect, you know what I'm saying, then you know he's a liar, you know. Because it tells you the elect will be scarcely saved. That means they barely getting out of this thing. You know, you got women that are going to be saved for childbearing. So that doesn't necessarily mean they righteous or they perfect. But, you know, some are getting saved just on the strength of that, you know. So you can't say that it's sin, man. That's ridiculous, man. You know, so it's like either you done got paid, you know, bought out, you sold out, or you just really don't know. You really don't know, man. You think you do and you don't. Or maybe you just out of spite because you refuse. You know, you might have some hatred for another brother that prophesied and brought it out, that, you know, it's something you didn't bring out. So now you don't want to acknowledge it, and you're going to take it all the way down to your downfall. And you're going to take a lot of people with you. You know, but you got to get it together, man. These people are telling you. Esau telling you himself, man. I don't know how much more proof you need. But you know, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Like I said, man, it's a shame when a Christian, hell, your average citizen knows what the MOTB is. You know, even that Klaus Schwab guy told you in an interview, and you know, I'm gonna go ahead and share this video, you know, but hopefully they don't strike my channel, because like I said, they get in their feelings when you share it, because they say that it's false information, which is not. The man clearly said it, but he said that you know, so I don't know, maybe I'll share it, maybe I won't, I don't know, but the man said in an interview that you could probably just Google and look it up, you know, or go on YouTube and you'll find the video. But this man Klaus Schwab said that people eventually going to have shit put in their brains. They're going to have microchip their brains, man. And what is Elon Musk trying to do? So, I mean, how is that false information when pretty much this man is getting trials to do it? And the man told you that it's going to be coming, you know? So if you don't believe the mark, you know, the MOTB, the microchip is not the mark, then oh well, you know, let's see, you know, when this place crashes, when this devil comes down with great wrath, and when everything is, you know, there's no money, everything's shut down, and the only way you can get it is by receiving the mark, then we're gonna see what the mark is. We're gonna see what it is, man, and we'll see if it really is sin, you know.
Is that it?
That's it.
8425, please.
All right. Jimmy, keep your mask on.
Sorry, we don't take cash.
Okay. 1 second. Let me.
Sorry, we don't take card either.
I'm sorry. What am I supposed to use?
Can you step to the side so you can figure this out?
Can I speak to your manager? Oh. Excuse me. Do you guys take checks?
You don't need it.
I have the money.
You don't need it.
Okay, what the hell is that? Excuse. When was that implemented? I don't have that.
Sorry. But we're cashless now. I had to implement the system just as
That's what you want to believe, man. It's a MOTB, man. The MOTB, man, is this RFID microchip. Man, there's so many, and they put it in the TV shows. I see it all the time. It's crazy. I was watching an episode of Law and Order. I was off work one day, and I just happened to have the TV on, and I was looking at Law and Order, and it was an episode, and the little girl, like, she was adopted, but she said that the people were treating her like they were treating her pretty. I mean, like, they wasn't like treating her bad, I guess, but they had lost their daughter. I guess their daughter was kidnapped or whatever. So they adopted this girl, but they wanted her to look like her. They dyed her hair. They made her, you know, they got her like plastic surgery to even like kind of look like her, like really look, you know, through the plastic surgery. They even got her a microchip so that they could, in case she got lost, they had find her, because the other girl went missing, their daughter, their biological daughter. So they got her a microchip, and that's when I heard that, I was like, whoa, you know, because I kind of had it on, but I was looking at my phone, but I was like, I heard microchip, I was like, huh? I started looking at the show, and then they went, and so the people from Law and Order, they took her to a doctor, and they got her looked at, and they found that she did have a microchip in her, and they said RFID microchip. And I was like, wow, man. And I'm like, you know, it's through the spirit, man. It's showing you, man. I remember I was watching that Miss Marvel season, and the mother, she was looking for her daughter. She said her daughter kept running off, and she's like, you know, they got the dog microchip, but she said, I want to get her microchipped. You know, she just kept saying, wish I could get my daughter microchipped. You know, and I was just like, wow, man. They be telling you, man, but, you know.
She's not picking up the phone. She's still not home.
You know, Magnum got lost once. I had him microchipped.
Okay, Magnum is a dog. Kamala is a girl, okay? Though, trust me, if it was legal, I would do it.
This is the book of Ezekiel, 33 and 33. And I love this scripture, man. So this is like, you know, just because they don't believe, if they don't believe, then so what? Because, you know, when that judgment come upon them, you know, then they'll see. All right. This is the book of Ezekiel 33 and 33. And it says, and when this come up to pass, lo, it will come. Okay. So it's going to come a time when that mark is really going to be revealed. And it manifests itself. And we're going to see what it is. All right. Then shall they know that a prophet had been among them. So when you in one of them FEMA camps or whatever, these people are putting the MOTB on you and stuff, you're gonna be thinking like, man, you're gonna know a prophet been among you that was warning you about it, and there you are being marked, man, for destruction. Whew, it's crazy, man. All right, so let me go ahead and move on to some articles. This is the first article. This is ABC news, and it says Elon Musk company confirms monkey died in brain chip testing project, denies animal cruelty. Neuralink aims to enable brains to connect and communicate with computers. So this man, he confirms monkeys died. So he was killing. Animals were being killed and stuff like that. And while him testing that out, the Neuralink on these animals. So if he's doing that, what makes you think that it won't happen to one of us? All right, hey man, this man is something. It makes me think of like I said, every time I watch these movies, man, I see a lot of stuff through the spirit. Venom. If you watch the Venom, the first Venom, that guy, man, when he got the symbiote or whatever, he was trying it out on he wanted to try it out on people. But what he did was he started like getting people off the street, like homeless people, because nobody would miss them or nothing like that. Some of them probably family members don't even know where they at, no contact or whatever, and no one's gonna go looking for them or search for them. So he was taking them and using them for as human trials. All right. And the dude that played Venom, he knew a homeless woman that was on the streets. She would sell him a newspaper or whatever. So he noticed she wasn't around, and come to find out, he's seen her up in there. She took for one of them trials, So this is what this devil man is up to, man. And just going back, still on the animals. This is The Guardian. And it says Elon Musk, Musk Neuralink faces federal inquiry after killing 1,500 animals in testing. All right. And it says brain implant company accused of causing needless suffering and deaths amid pressure from CEO. Wow. So he's pressuring. Elon Musk Neuralink, a medical device company, is under federal investigation for potential animal welfare violations amid internal staff complaints that its animal testing is being rushed, causing needless sufferings and deaths, according to documents received by Reuters and sources familiar with the investigation and company operations. Neuralink Corp is developing a brain chip implant it hopes will help paralyzed people walk again and cure neurological ailments. The federal investigation, which has not been previously reported, was opened in recent months by U.S. Department of Agriculture's inspectors general at the request of a federal prosecutor. According to two sources with knowledge of investigation, the inquiry, one of the sources said, focuses on violations of the Animal Welfare Act, which governs how researchers treat and test some animals. All right, investigation has come at the time of growing employee dissent about Neuralink's animal testing, including complaints that pressure from Musk to accelerate development has resulted in botch. I guess I didn't get the rest of that article, but pretty much the those trials were being rushed, man. Okay, so this man is rushing, taking these animals out. This is another article here. This is Fortune, pretty much talking about the same thing that one's talking about, but it says Elon Musk Neuralink staff claimed his demands to rush brain implant trials led to needless deaths of 1,500 animals. So him rushing, and this, I remember Trump had said something about Operation Warp Speed, like them rushing things. You notice that the Most High is also shortening the time for the sake of the elect, because if not, everything will be destroyed. So that's a way this devil's moving, because this devil, like I said, he goes into the heavens. He's searching out things. He has all of our records and stuff like that. So this devil, man, is looking and is searching, and then Revelations tell you that this devil know that he got but a short time. I think that's Revelations 12:12. Matter of fact, I could go ahead and grab that up real quick and read it, because When you understand that, then you know this devil's gonna come with great wrath. But he's getting sloppy because he trying with these animals, and he was being investigated. But now all of a sudden he got approved for a human trial. So that just shows you that these devils are ruling, because these devils are all working together. You know, but there were people that probably blew the whistle, because a lot of these people that probably work for them, they love animals. And they're like, hey, animals are dying and this man don't care. You know, but these people do. You know, because one thing about some of these Edomites, these lower level Edomites, they love animals, man. They love them. You know, that's why you got your PETA and all that. You know, they love them animals, man. All right, they love them more than they love Jake. You know, look how they treat dogs. You know, they put clothes on dogs and all that, and they get treated better than Jake, man. Revelations 12:12, all right? It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. So he know his time is short. So this is why he's rushing with these trials, killing all those animals. And now this man wants to go ahead and move from that to humans, and he just got approved. He got the green light. All right, so this is the time that we coming into, man. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and go into another precept, man. I'm gonna go to the book of Revelations, or stay in the book of Revelations, chapter 3 now. Read chapter 3, and I'm gonna start at verse 10 and read on down to 11, and I'll end it on this. All right, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour in temptation. Okay, so you got to hold on to these words, hearken to these truth, hearken to the men of the Lord that are on these highways and byways, on these lessons, on all these platforms that are warning you, teaching you, edifying you, you know, trying to bring, you know, seal the elect, man, because that's what it's really all about, is the elect. Okay, we don't know who the elect are. That's why we do the work, man. We do it, and we let Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, you know, he do the rest. You know, you just got to go out there and do the work and labor, plant the seeds, man. All right. We're farmers, man. We're going out here, and then we continue to water it. All right. And then Yahweh will give the increase. You know. All right. But again, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon the whole, or upon all of the world. So all the world's going to be tried with this. And to try them, to try them that dwell upon the earth, okay? And then verse 11, behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, you know, and that's this word, is truth. You know what I'm saying? It tells you that the, you know, knowledge and wisdom, man, will be the stability of those times. That's this Bible, this word, man. This is what's going to keep you the understanding of it, okay? The true understanding, all right? Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take that crown. And it's, like I said, that crown is this truth, this, you know, your mind is stored in your mind. And if you let these devils, man, put a freaking brain chip in there, man, it's a wrap for you, man. And ain't no coming back from that, okay? So this is why we warn you not to take it, man, because ultimately those that take it are going to be sent to the lake of fire, you know. You know, those of our people, and we know that 2/3, man, are not going to hearken to the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, and they're going to be judged, okay? So, Lord willing, this was edifying, okay? I want to give all honor, all glory, all praise unto Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elders of the nation of Israel, and shalom to you brothers and sisters out there. Till the next one, shalom.